So let's talk about when we have clients come in for a consultation and we see hundreds of people a month, a couple months. What are some common questions that you get asked?
I'd say the biggest question is, do I need a lawyer? Many times the answer is yes. Usually if you're coming to see a lawyer, you either had contact with police, heard the police are looking for you, or you have a reason to believe that the police are looking for you. And I almost always tell someone that they should contact an attorney, and I'm very glad they're at my office. Another question I get asked is, how long is this case going to take? And that's a really difficult question to answer in many cases, because sometimes, as you know, our cases take a month. Sometimes they take 2 years, and it could really be anywhere in between. So I try to explain why it could go somewhat quickly, why it could take a really long time, but until you're in the grind or you're in the actually representing on the case, it's hard to know how long it's going to take.
Right. And it's funny, so during consultations, there's one statement that you usually say to people all the time that I think is a interesting statement. Why don't you tell me about what that one is?
Oh, I don't know which one is
You
it.
do
I have a whole list of like the.
It's
I know
about
one.
when people ask, when they say, "What's going to happen to me? Can you tell me that I'm not going to go to jail, or I'm not going to have my charge isn't going to go through?"
Oh, this is
What do
one
you
of my
tell
favorite
people?
ones. If a lawyer promises you an outcome, you should fire them immediately.
Yeah, there's no guarantees.
Yeah, any lawyer who promises you what's going to happen in the future is not a good lawyer. That's true.
Because you don't know what's going to happen. You can speculate, but there's no.
We can
way
say
of
what we
knowing.
think should happen. We can say what we think will happen, and I do that. And frankly, we're usually right about what's going to happen. But what I say is, I don't control the judge. I don't know what judge you have. We don't know what prosecutor you have. We don't know what defense attorney you have. Whatever, whether it's civil or criminal, there's so many unknowns that can affect the trajectory of a case. And anyone who's going to promise you what a jury's going to do is absolutely crazy.
One conversation that I have with some people is, sometimes in a case, depending on the case, if we're looking for a negotiation, sometimes the best offer in a case is early. Sometimes it's after we've fought for a while. Sometimes it's the day before trial. So we don't know necessarily at what point there may be something that we're willing to accept. And there's cases where we're not looking to accept anything at all.
So there's really three things that can happen in any case that we have. The case gets dismissed, we have a trial, or we come to an agreement. That's one thing I think that everybody should understand about law cases. There's only three potential outcomes. It's the case goes away, you make an agreement, or you have a trial. And if you have a trial, you will either win or you will lose. That's what we do every day.